I am a straight man, but my number one man crush is Idris Elba.
The dude's like a galactic peeping Tom, right?
Agent Coulson says, like, we need somebody up high with a gun. And then it cuts to a hand reaching for a rifle. Then it goes to the crossbow. And this is our introduction to Hawkeye.
Ooh. Smack you around a little bit.
Fucking stupid-ass PS1 looking graphics pissing me off, looking like fucking Wizard of Oz 1932 on acid bullshit. What are we doing? His wig is questionable, his eyebrows are bleached, but we're still horny for him. We're talking Thor. This is The Binge, a show that merges the two greatest things this world has to offer, movies and booze. Each week, we make our way through an entry of a franchise and get a little drunk along the way. This week, we're making our way through the MCU Phase 1 with Thor. I'm your host, Joshua Ryan. Today, I am drinking the sequel, the signature cocktail of The Binge, a custom cocktail of bourbon and yumminess, and it's delicious, and it's good for me, and I love it. With me, as always, is my co-host, Timbo Jones. What's up?
Let's bring the thunder, baby! You guys about to enter the Thunderdome, you know what I mean? Let's do this. One of these days, I'm going to try the sequel cocktail. Well, I don't want to hear about it. No, you nasty. 2 minutes or Josh always leaves. You know what I mean? Yeah, Josh, I'm excited. We're going to talk. Is it the best Thor movie? Is it the best MCU Phase 1 movie? Is it the best MCU movie? We're going to discuss all those, perhaps, maybe, some of it, tonight, and I'm very excited. I'm going to be drinking the last second beer I found in the back of my fridge, the High Stepper.
Timbo,
because I'm on a high step on all over this.
Your alcohol game
is
that of a hobo at all times.
It is a hobo, yeah. But this is a 7%er, and it's Crooked Can. And they make booze near me, and I like their booze. And their booze, you know what I learned in college, Josh? Where does booze go? Booze goes in here, goes in the mouth.
Valuable life. That's what you learned in college. Joining us today, very special guest host. Why is he so special? Because it's Matt, and I like him. What's up, Matt?
That's Matt.
That's quite the intro. I'll have to have some hot takes. I hope to live up to that.
Oh, nice. Matt, what was the last movie you were on with us?
I was on for John Wick Chapter 2.
Oh, so the very beginning. It's been a little bit.
Yep. And tonight I've got a very classy beverage. I'm going with wine tonight.
Oh.
With the 19 Crimes Snoop Dogg Cali Rosé.
Dude. Yeah, brother.
Snoop.
You got to drink that straight out the bottle. Get rid of that glass.
It's already poured.
Yeah, man. Snoop D-O-double-G.
Well, let's do a cheers, fellas. We're going to cheers.
Hey, he remembers.
Thor and his butt. Here we go. Too late. You all cheers to Thor's butt. You can't take it back. I remember seeing this movie in theaters, and I think when this one came out, because the post-credit scene at the end of Iron Man 2 is Mjolnir, Thor's hammer, kind of being found, and that was the big, Thor's coming.
Yeah.
I remember, we didn't know Thor was coming at that time, right? Wasn't that like the announcement? Nowadays, everybody knows what movie is coming years in advance. Like, that wasn't the case in, 2011.
The way I remember it is that if you knew what the hammer was, you knew, Thor's coming. And if you didn't, you're like, well, I guess I'll go and see if I can find out, or I'll just wait till the movie comes out. Because like you said,
I'm saying, post-credit scene, was that the reveal to everybody that Thor was coming? Or did we know that it was in production and coming? I don't think so. I think that was the announcement.
I think that's the announcement.
I mean, I don't remember. I didn't follow this nearly as closely as I do now back then. So I can't say for sure, but I feel like that was the announcement.
It was a big deal.
Well, they still didn't have technically Marvel Studios all in their own house.
Yeah, this was a Paramount.
So they still
release.
were distributing.
I saw that.
Yeah, so they're still distributing them through other companies. So so there was no huge event that they would be like, here's what's coming next, because I'm pretty sure they were like, this might fail, so we're gonna see what happens. But yeah, I think that was one of those classic moments. I remember even listening to people talk about back then, where they were like, it's one of those you watch the guys tell their girlfriends, hey, this is what that means as you're leaving the theater, and everybody freaked out.
Showing up. I think Jesus is gonna be there.
Yeah, probably. But yeah, so no, that was cool, because you had the hammer and it's sitting there, and then you had the light and the thunder. Sorry, not the light and the thunder cracking. Ooh, baby. Ooh.
Those are things that
even watching it now, I got excited. I was like, ooh, I can't wait to watch Thor.
Back when the post credits actually meant something. It was actually a legitimate preview of what was to come.
Yeah. And what's funny,
not just something fucking stupid.
We talked about it with The Incredible Hulk. There wasn't a post-credit scene. There was what would have been a post-credit scene, but it just happened right before the credits. This movie is directed by Kenneth Branagh. So interesting choice.
Is that Branagh?
Huh?
Is it Branagh or Branagh? I think I've been saying it wrong the whole time. I think it's Branagh.
And that's literally what I just said. Right?
Anyway, keep going. I'm dumb. What? Drinking's fun.
This movie is directed by Kenneth Branagh, the British actor and filmmaker, known for his Shakespearean adaptations. He did Henry V, Much Ado About Nothing, Hamlet, and he said he really wanted to bring a Shakespearean feel and a Shakespearean, kind of energy to Thor. He's a weird choice, but an interesting choice. I see why they would go for him for this type of movie, but he'd never done anything like this. He hadn't done a comic book movie or any sort of big superhero movie. He did do the Mary Shelley's Frankenstein where Robert De Niro was the monster, which is a weird thing.
Yeah.
That's breaking news to me.
Yeah.
It's not good.
I haven't seen it, but I keep hearing how bad it is, and I kind of want to
Robert De Niro is the Frankenstein's monster.
So he's walking around like, ooh, where's the bride?
You gonna build me a wife?
Huh? You gonna build me a wife?
Build me a wife?
Huh? You smack you around a little bit. I'm just saying, I'm opening a casino in Vegas. You know what I mean? Forget about it.
Great cast. Chris Hemsworth.
It's terrible.
Chris Hemsworth, who was an unknown. He had only done like 3 movies which were like small parts. In the Star Trek reboot, he's Captain Kirk's dad at the very beginning, who like crashes on the ship.
But that was
it was
so
a great
good,
that was
though.
a great that was his
that
first movie.
5 minutes,
a great start. This
so
movie,
good.
Perfect Getaway, which I happened to just rewatch like yesterday, the one with Steve Zahn and Mila Jovovich and Timothy Olyphant.
Love Steve Zahn.
He's great, man.
Oh,
and
he is great.
It's where they're like on a Hawaii honeymoon and they think that there's a serial killer on the island. Of course, they think it's Chris Hemsworth, who's just like this vagabond. In this movie, Cash, where the S is a $sign, and I don't know anything about that.
Of course.
I haven't seen that.
Tango and Cash. Is this wait, are you going to bring up the Cabin in the Woods, Josh Whedon stuff?
Well, yeah, so Cabin in the Woods comes out after this, but Cabin in the Woods was filmed before this. Cabin in the Woods was filmed, I think, in 2009, but there was a whole bunch of behind-the-scenes stuff, some bankruptcies, a whole bunch of, film stuff. So it took until 2012 before that got its theatrical release. So, which is good for that movie, honestly, because now they had Chris Hemsworth as Thor, as the star of that movie. Which, Cabin in the Woods, fantastic movie.
Great movie.
So good.
A great movie. I just like the story of Josh Whedon going like, oh, we found Thor. Because of Cabin in the Woods.
Right.
And I was like, that's fucking cool.
Dude, great movie.
What?
Great movie. Branagh said
Merman.
He wanted an actor with Shakespearean gravitas and a large build. Okay.
Oh, he's large. And
so also auditioning for the role was Charlie Hunnam from Sons of Anarchy. Liam Hemsworth, if that name rings a bell. It's his little brother. And Tom Hiddleston. What? Isn't he Loki? Yes, he auditioned for Thor. Let's see. Oh, so Chris Hemsworth said, talking about running against his brother for the role, he was like, I was told I didn't have the part at one point. So basically, his first audition was bad, and they told him he was out, but his brother was still in the running. So then he's like, then I was excited for him. A little jealous, maybe, but I was excited for him. And then he managed to, through his manager, get a re-audition, did much better. Then his brother got the bump, and he moved forward and ended up getting the role. So he was like, we were never neck and neck because it's like I was out when he was moving forward, and then he was out when I was moving forward. So they were both competing for the role. Liam looked too young. Liam looked too young for it.
Yes, and I think it's proven out that Liam is fine in certain roles, but he would have been so out of place,
right,
in the MCU. Yes. If now they couldn't, not to say they couldn't have just recast him, but they haven't. Aside from the Hulk, they haven't had to recast anybody major just for
Terrence Howard would like a word with actor. You.
Who would?
Terrence Howard.
He's talking about the main six.
He's
the main
Avengers. Role. He's War Machine.
He's not in
you know what I'm saying.
In the Avengers until later. He's not in the first Avengers.
Shut up. But no, you're right.
That's
yeah,
fair.
I get what you're saying. The recasting can be a major detriment to a movie. Sometimes people don't care, like when they recast Katie Holmes with Maggie Gyllenhaal. Because
I cared.
I care for the opposite. I
cared.
Give me Katie Holmes.
Yes.
Well, she wanted to go do
Tom
that
Cruise.
money where she robs a bank with Bette Midler or something. What movie did she go do?
Yes, it was like One for the Money, I think it was called.
I don't know.
Yes, Tom
I didn't
Cruise
see it, and
told
neither did
her
anybody
not
else.
Yeah, Tom Cruise told Katie, because they were together at the time, to fucking do the Money movie and not to do the Dark Knight. They were married, they have a kid.
You sure about this? Are you talking about Chris Pratt?
Katie Holmes and
Is this
Tom
a bit,
Cruise,
Josh, or are you
yes.
actually...
Yeah. Chris Pratt was with Anna Faris, you moron, and now she's with Arnold's daughter.
Tom Hiddleston had complete success in the role of Loki, like coming back as the villain of the Avengers, which we'll be talking about 2 weeks from now. Gets his own show, gets a full redemption arc. So him auditioning for Thor is interesting, but he's so good as Loki that it's hard to imagine him in any other role in the MCU. Plus, we've never seen him be bulky. He has been a very thin man anytime I've ever looked at him.
I cannot picture him as Thor, and obviously a huge part of that is because he is Loki, but it just feels so wrong to think of him as Thor.
Yeah,
you got to see those audition tapes. They're fun.
Yeah, I saw his.
He's got the long blonde hair, and he's got the hammer. He's going.
I mean, he goes for it. They clearly liked him.
Oh no, he gets after.
Clearly
Yeah,
liked
no,
him.
he
They
gets
wanted to
after.
keep him around. Natalie Portman comes in as Jane Foster. God, I love Natalie Portman. So now she's MCU and she's Star Wars. She have any other big nerdy things she's in? No, she hasn't done any DC or anything, I don't think.
I mean, do you consider V for Vendetta a nerdy thing?
Yeah, it's a comic book. Not a franchise, but good stuff.
I mean, cult classic is The Professional, when she was like 14.
So good. She's just smoking cigarettes.
So good.
Puffing them out at 11 years old. Fucking getting it. Stellan Skarsgård as Eric Selvig. My favorite Skarsgård. We had this debate.
Yeah.
We had this debate on John Wick 4 because Bill Skarsgård plays the villain with a bad accent that Tim just kept mimicking through the whole episode. And I propositioned, who's your favorite Skarsgård? Now, of course, my wife picks Alexander because he is dreamy. But Stellan Skarsgård is just iconic. Like, I feel like I grew up watching so many Stellan Skarsgård, like The Glass House. Not a great movie by any means, but I loved that movie growing up.
He's got such a volume edge over Bill and Alexander though too. That's a huge difference.
Right.
But also like he's iconic in the Mamma Mia movies.
Mm-hmm. I've only seen Mamma Mia 1. I never went again. When they said, "Here we go again," I said I can't, and I didn't.
I completely unironically, legitimately love the sequel. The first one I'm very on. The second one I'm in love with it.
So you're saying if we cover the Mamma Mias, you're Here We Go Again?
100%.
Okay.
It's just joyful. I'm just so happy when I watch it.
I want to cover a musical, and there's limited musical like with sequels. You have your Grease 2. Now we have the Wickeds, and we got Mamma Mia. There's not a ton of them.
We did Didn't we do Pitch Perfect? Those are musicals. They had music.
Yeah, he's talking like musical.
Yeah,
a musical where the music is a part of the story, where they just break out in the song. They're making toast, and they're just like, "I'm making toast."
Hey, you've got Joker and Joker the sequel.
I did. No, that's on the list.
There you go.
Fully, I do.
What about Frozen and Frozen 2?
That's true.
Would those count?
They do. But an animated musical.
I'll say this:
an animated musical is more an animated movie than it is a musical. Like, if I had to label them, I wouldn't say, "Oh, this is a musical." I'd say it's an animated movie. You kind of expect music with an animated Disney movie. That's when I think of a musical, I think of more live action.
Yeah.
Maybe that's just me. Maybe that's
I'd agree.
Maybe that's how I was raised. But that's what I feels. Also, we have Kat Dennings as Darcy. Love Kat. Kat's great.
Gorgeous.
She's so
Love
good.
Kat Dennings. So funny.
And Anthony Hopkins. What a grab for the MCU.
Yes.
Getting fucking Hopkins to be Odin. Truly inspired casting. He treats this like it is a Shakespearean play. He treats it with full sincerity. And even though it's dumb and it's silly and he's fighting like a fucking ice giant or a frost giant that he can't even see, and he's in Asgard in a fucking CGI world surrounding him, he goes all in. He highlight.
Dude.
I like it.
There, you're done with the casting?
You missed one big one.
You missed one.
Well, I'm not done yet. What did I miss though?
You just said you're done.
No, what?
You literally said you were done.
Well, if you're not done, we'll see if you got it. We'll give you the chance.
Yeah, keep going. I got definitely one, maybe two. There, you're missing.
Baumbach. No, I don't know. Who are we going with? What is it?
I'm thinking Rene Russo.
Yeah.
3.
Okay, Tim, is that
Rene
who you were
Russo.
saying?
Idris Elba, baby.
Oh, yes.
Come on.
Okay.
One of his
forgot a couple
first big things, I feel like. And then Ray Stevenson.
Yes. Okay. There's a lot of people, Tims. There's a lot of people.
So many people.
Idris Elba.
Clark Gregg?
Way underused.
Clark Gregg.
But
way under.
That's very true.
It's like getting a. Oh my God! It's like
the
having a
entire
diamond
MCU,
and not
he's
knowing
underused.
it's a real diamond.
He's so good in that role too.
So
not that you'd
everything.
expect anything else. Yeah, but I don't. Yeah. What was
so underused.
Was he like Idris Elba as we know him now by that point? And obviously done The Wire.
No. I think The Wire was around the same time.
The Wire was
we didn't know him. He wasn't a household name.
The Wire's before.
Yeah.
But that's probably
already.
But is The Wire still what most people would know him from at this point in 2011?
Probably.
No, I don't think so. I think they would know him from Punching a Lion or something like Beast.
That was
Punching a Lion.
That was way later.
Yeah, but he punched a fucking lion.
Yeah, it was sick, but it was way after.
I don't think he was a household name at this moment in time. Is what I'm trying to say.
He was in my house because my God.
I was gonna do a sports metaphor, but Josh doesn't.
Don't do that.
So it's fine.
Give it to me.
I was gonna say he's like having like a stud rookie QB on a rookie contract. Like you have this like amazing athlete, and you have him on like little money. You know what I mean? Before he pops off.
I know some of these words.
You got a
I'll
young.
give it to you.
Yes. Yeah. Thank you.
Yeah. No. Idris Elba is great. My wife knows I am a straight man, but my number one man crush is Idris Elba. Makes me melt right into the couch. I melt.
Luke Evans.
This movie was released.
Right? Isn't his name?
Yep.
What? Yeah.
On May 6th, 2011, opened number 1 at the box office.
On my 21st birthday. Fun fact. This came out.
Wait, what is it?
This came out on my 21st birthday.
Oh, damn. I hope you got crunk.
Oh, happy birthday.
Yep. So I think we saw it the weekend after because there were other activities taking priority.
Sex?
One of the few movies. Nope. One of the few movies that I actually saw in theaters in college.
Nice. I saw this in theaters as well. I've seen them. I think I've seen every MCU movie in theaters, with the exception of like Black Widow, which obviously went straight to Disney Plus. I've seen them all in theaters. Yeah. Keep that streak going.
Yeah.
Even when I don't want to see it, I go. I've had some bad experiences, but that's okay. This one opened number 1 at the box office. The box office lineup that weekend was number 2, Fast 5. That's solid. 3, Jumping the Broom. I dare either of you to tell me what the fuck that movie is.
Jumping the
Pass.
Oh, man.
Yeah.
I don't remember.
4, Something Borrowed.
Was that I haven't seen it, but is that the John Krasinski?
Yes.
Rom-com?
Yes. And number 5, Rio. Not a great lineup.
First two are pretty
for
solid.
Thor it is.
Jumping the Broom with I don't know what it is. Like a witch movie? They don't know, riding a broom.
Well, it's also isn't it like also a wedding tradition in certain cultures where they jump over a broom?
Look at Tim being cultured and shit. It's probably a wedding thing. It's probably like romantic.
Which cultures though?
It's fucking
Canadians.
Don't ask that. I know Canadian, probably Canadian. No, I know. Don't like Jewish people. They step on the thing. They go,
yeah, but that's not jumping over a broom. That's stomping
step on glass.
You know what, fuckheads? I'm gonna look it up.
Yeah, Tim, look it up because I am curious. This movie has a budget of $150 million, a box office of a total of $449 million, domestically 181. Well, you're looking at me, Tim.
Ready?
You got something to say?
Jumping the broom, according to AI.
They know everything.
Jumping the broom, they do know everything. Jumping the broom is a wedding tradition, most notably within African American culture, where couples leap over a broomstick to symbolize the sealing their marriage, sweeping away the past, and jumping into a new life together. It originated as a way to formalize unions among enslaved people who were legally denied marriage. So there you go.
Okay. You were right, Tim.
So I knew it was.
You knew it was marriage.
Well, yeah, I just didn't know.
Cultural.
What culture. I did, yeah.
Maybe someday, Tim, you and I can hold hands and jump the broom together.
That'd be nice.
This movie...
And then I'm going to sweep up your negative.
Of its $150 million budget, how much do you guys think went to Hemsworth? Let's see. I normally just say it, but I'm curious if you guys have any idea.
What was the number again?
The budget is $150 million.
Gosh, not a lot.
You got like five.
I was going to say like 750.
I'm going to ask you Hemsworth, Portman, and Hiddleston. So Hemsworth was paid $150,000 to star as Thor.
Way less.
Natalie Portman, what do you think she was paid?
What would her quote have been?
Well,
I'll say $7 million.
No, $1 million.
$100,000.
What?
Whoa.
Wasn't she? I mean,
Tom Hiddleston.
She was still Natalie Portman by that point, wasn't she?
I know. No, yeah, she was very famous.
Star Wars.
I'm not sure where all that money went.
And
you know what?
She was.
I'm gonna admit it's possible I'm wrong. This was my research. I didn't vet my sources. They might have lied to me. Last one, Tom Hiddleston. What do you think he got?
Fucking
like 50,000. If Hemsworth got 100.
Yeah, right.
160,000.
Yeah.
It says he got the most. My sources told me this. My sources were Google and shit.
Do your sources have Hopkins and Rene Russo salaries?
I did not. They probably would have, but I didn't go that far. Tim, while I talk, why don't you look up what Anthony Hopkins got paid? Curious.
Okay.
Just ask Google. It's worth a Google.
That's what I'm doing.
Tagline for this movie: "Courage is immortal." Okay.
I don't like that.
No, I don't like it at all.
Because it's not even.
Why was
courage isn't even the crux of Thor's story.
It's not even a theme of this. Yeah.
He has courage in the moment when he faces the Destroyer without his Thorness, but that's a culmination of everything that came before that.
Right. It wasn't about him finding his courage. It was about him not being selfish.
Yeah. And sacrificing
and not
himself.
eating shellfish.
No, because you can't. Anthony got $10 million.
See, that's where all the fucking money went to Odin. That makes sense.
I just like that when I was writing it, the predicted speech went to how much did Anthony Hopkins get paid for The Grinch? Because he was just the narrator.
Probably
a lot. Is he in The Grinch? But I forgot. Yeah, he narrated.
I was just going to say the same thing, yeah.
That's funny. So this movie did not get any Oscar nominations, but it did get a Teen Choice Award nomination for Best Male Breakout for Chris Hemsworth. He didn't win, and I didn't bother to look up who did. This movie was really important because it set up the cosmic elements of the MCU that become so major as we go on. You know, leading up to this, it was 2 Iron Man movies, which is just a really smart guy who's rich and can build a suit. And then you had, of course, Hulk is a little bit more beyond that, but it's still kind of science-based. You know, they're like, oh, irradiation and this. This is just like there's a god on another fucking planet really far away and all this. Completely different than anything that they had done leading up to this. And if this didn't work, you know, we wouldn't have the Guardians of the Galaxy probably. We wouldn't have fucking Ms. Marvel and all the cosmic shit that we're able to get into. So really big stepping stone, I feel like. This is not Thor's first appearance in a movie, though. He appeared in 1988 made-for-TV movie The Incredible Hulk Returns, which was a continuation of the popular TV series starring Bill Bixby and Lou Ferrigno. And I have seen that. I used to love The Incredible Hulk TV show, and I used to own VHS tapes of the made-for-TV movies, and I would watch them, and I had this one on VHS tape. Good. You know, the dude, I don't know his name. I looked it up, but I didn't write it down. The guy who played Thor, yeah, he did good. Also kind of played Thor, Vincent D'Onofrio in Adventures in Babysitting. You guys remember that?
Nope.
No. It was like Halloween. He was dressed up like him?
No, right? Elizabeth Shue's Adventures in Babysitting. She's babysitting these kids, and they get into all these troubles because they have to leave the house, and they're going. And the little girl character is obsessed with Thor. She fucking loves Thor, the comic book.
Yes.
She's always reading the comics, and they end up at this mechanic shop, and it's a young Vincent D'Onofrio, just looking all chiseled and muscly, and he has like long blonde hair like under his cap, and she thinks he's Thor. And she's like, oh my God, you're Thor. And then he actually ends up saving them, so then she really thinks he's Thor. So also Vincent D'Onofrio. I'll give him a little Thor shout.
There you go.
You guys ready to talk about this movie?
Let's do it.
27 minutes in. Let's
fucking go, bro. The whole first parts of this movie fucking suck. I don't like shit set in Asgard. It's fucking ugly. It's a CGI fucking Candyland. What are we doing? I don't want to be there. I don't want to be there at all.
Couldn't disagree more.
Ah.
Yeah, man. You got a rainbow bridge. I'm fucking
Mario Kart, Tim.
Race you. Oh, I'm gonna get one, and I'm gonna fucking race you. And guess what? You're going over, buddy. Because Robin is.
You want a war?
You want a race war? Bridge. Yeah. Oh, race family. Coronas.
Remember?
No lime apparently.
Remember in Fast and Furious, the first one, when they actually go to that like racing challenge where the kid.
Yeah, Race Wars.
It's called Race Wars.
Yeah. Different times
in the desert,
early 2000s.
Yeah,
so
they could not have possibly foreseen what the next 25, 30 years would bring.
Oh, jeez.
Come on.
Okay, Matt, I'm going to turn on my fan because I'm really hot, but I can hear you. Explain to me why you like this shit show that is fucking Asgard and CGI fucking Pokemon bullshit.
I don't know where the Pokemon part comes from, but I take offense to insulting Pokemon. At least if it's the original 150, 151 if you count Mew. Part of this definitely is the nostalgia of when I saw it. Like I was 21 years old. You know, we saw it with friends, and Thor kind of is just like a bro. So like we're already at that age. At that age, you're like, oh yeah, this dude is awesome. Thor's the coolest, and it was just so different. So the first there was Hulk and Iron Man 2. And then this, it's such a different, like you said, it sets up the whole space and cosmos and different worlds. At that time, I had no eye for, is this good or bad, unless it's like egregiously bad. And even still watching it a couple days ago, it's like, just like the wonder of and the scale of this world is just awesome. I didn't really look into details of, can I tell this is computer generated, or do I just want to bask in the wonder of this really cool setup, and just went with it.
I don't want to bask in it all. I hated it so much. Every time we went back to it, I was just like, get me the fuck out of here. Go back to Earth.
Do you feel that way when you go back to Asgard in future movies, or is it specific to the first Thor?
Well, I haven't seen Thor 2 since theaters, and if I recall, that one takes like place entirely in Asgard, right? Do they even go to Earth in that one?
Yes.
Okay. Yes, to which part? They do go to Earth?
They do go to Earth.
Okay. I just remember hating Thor 2. I have not seen it since theaters when it came out in 20,
that's true. You know? I mean, it's routinely thought of as one of the worst. So I don't think it's bad. You can fully blame it on Asgard.
I don't know. Just here, it's like it's the same complaint that I had when I watched Ant-Man Quantumania. I remember seeing the trailers, and I was like, I'm nervous. Like I'm gonna be cautiously optimistic. But I'm nervous because it looks, again, just like some freaking, like everybody said, it looks like a Lava Girl, Shark Boy, Lava Girl kind of Spy Kids world that they're like in. And I go and I watch it, and I remember in the first 15 minutes of that movie, I was like, oh, this is great. It's just Paul Rudd being funny. It's this. The minute they go into fucking Quantumania, Quantum Realm, it devolved, and I hated that movie.
I think Quantumania looks leagues worse than Thor.
I mean, it definitely looks different.
I think that whole quantum realm world just looks like absolute throw up.
Yeah, I didn't like it. I haven't seen that one since theaters.
Yeah, it's not good.
I rewatch a lot of these movies, but there's a lot that I have not seen since theaters because I didn't like them.
Yeah.
But Tim, break the tie on this, and then we'll move to the next topic. Does Asgard fucking suck?
No, it's fine. I'm cool with it. I didn't hate it. Quantum, yes, does suck. So
my wife bought me this.
So there you go. Happy to
whiskey glass. You see, it has writing. You guys can't see that. It says, "I love you for your personality, but that is a huge bonus." Joke's on her. No, it is not. You're lying to me, and you're lying to yourself. but I will drink to that.
It's not huge. It's not huge at all. And if it's a
Thanks for
Christmas
the compliment. I'm not buying it. All right.
Anyway,
There's a war with giants, frost giants. They aren't that menacing.
Yes.
I don't know. They seem pretty easy to kill.
They did seem rather not challenging. Yeah. And also, the continuity on this was way off, especially when Thor went to go, like, see the frost giants on that planet. Mm-hmm. I didn't know where the king was the entire... Like, he was here, he was there, and then, like, Thor punched him in the face because I guess they're right next to each other.
The editing of that
There was a lot of close-ups. The editing...
I have that in here. They weren't that menacing, and then that fight with Thor, Loki, and his crew against the giants was an over-edited CGI mess. The edit made me dizzy. The CGI made me
here's the thing. There was so many Dutch angle frames.
I have that in here as well. The Dutch angles made me lose my fucking mind.
It did actually, this rewatch, I don't remember it being that bad when I was watching it.
And they're
this
sharp.
Rewatch,
they're like not a little bit. They're just like, very sharp. We're sideways.
Yeah. So it was very funny because I just was like, are we just, that's all we're doing? The whole time. It was like watching a Michael Bay film because the friends of mine were just watching Transformers and I was like looking over at them as I was watching it. I just was like, this is like the same fucking thing. Like everything's just fucking this Dutch angle. Was that the in thing back then? Everyone's like, you do that and then
people
later
loved
became
the Dutch
like
at
Star
the time.
Wipes or
lens
flares, Dude, a double Dutch rudder. That's all I'm saying.
What's that?
What? Oh,
No, Tim, what is that?
It's Google. No, you Google it. I'm not going to Google everything for you.
I'm going to Google it right now.
Don't do it in company. You know what? To Google it right now. It's from Zach and Miri Make a Porno.
Oh, no, I watch Zach and Miri Make a Porno many times.
Yeah, you don't remember the double Dutch rudder? You work your arm while you're working.
Between two men, it involves one partner using their hand to assist the other partner in performing a sexual act on themselves while simultaneously engaging in another sexual act with a different partner.
Yeah, so you're never touching your Christmas.
Sounds a little
bonus.
Complicated.
You're touching your own bonus. You're touching your own, and then you just
sounds like a locomotive.
That's all. Anyway, there's a lot of Dutch angles in this fucking piece. Is what I'm trying to say.
They loved the Dutch,
and it actually, in this time, it did kind of throw me off a little bit. I was like, all right, we got to stop.
Yeah, no, it was dizzying.
Getting old. Yeah.
It was.
Not a fan.
Now, the whole fight that we're talking about here was led because Thor was just like, I'm going to go here. I'm going to do this and do all this shit. It was one of those just full of themselves, not listening to anybody, goes and does it, gets himself in trouble. Can
I point out one of my biggest nitpicks or issues? So I love the movie. I'm just going to preface it with that. But why was Odin so ready to make Thor king? He so clearly was not ready to be king.
Yeah.
He's just, like I said, he's a frat bro at this point. He has an amazing journey from here to the end of the movie, I think. But right now, is Odin even a good king? If he's like, yeah, now Thor's ready, I'll turn the entire kingdom over to him.
I wonder if he was doing it because he knew he was going to his sleep mode. He wasn't sure if he was going to wake up or not.
But it seemed like that was but they talked about that later, and Rene Russo is like, oh, he goes into Odin's sleep all the time. We just weren't ready for it this time. It was longer.
Well, I thought she said something like she wasn't sure if he was going to wake up this time or something. That's what she was saying.
I would love to have a nap be named after me.
Right?
She called it Odin sleep.
It's true.
That's the dream.
I did not catch that she called.
That is the dream.
Sleeping in Odin sleep.
Yeah. It's Odin sleep. He went into Odin sleep.
Yeah, no, it doesn't make sense.
No, that would be nice.
And then he's that quick also to banish him. Sends him to Earth. He's out of here. And this is where we get your typical fish out of water kind of a la Coming to America, Encino Man, I'm confused about the ways of your world. But before he sends Mjolnir, he whispers to it. I like the way he whispers to it. Because he's like, you're out of here. You're banished. I strip you of your powers. Whosoever holds this hammer. And he just whispers to it. If they be worthy, shall possess the powers of Thor. And then flings it down. Was the whole point, was he hoping Thor would get worthy and grab it? Why send it also to where Thor's going?
Well, yes. that was my question. Did he intentionally send Mjolnir to this random obscure town in New Mexico? Or is Mjolnir sentient and it went to where Thor was because it knew Thor was the true holder of the hammer, however you want to call it?
I wish a hammer would follow me.
Yes to the first thing, no to the second thing. Because the mom even says it. She was like, yo, he doesn't do anything without a reason. So he obviously had a reason not to tell Loki, because Loki was all like, why didn't he tell me I was a Smurf? And she's like, because he didn't want you to fucking, get made fun of, you dumbass Smurf, So obviously she was like, yo, he does everything for a reason. And then they cut back to like Thor. So it's like clearly he threw the hammer in there with him. Otherwise he would just put it back in the vault, the weapons vault.
How hot would it have been if Kat Dennings wielded Mjolnir? I'd have liked that.
Why?
I'd have liked it.
What?
I would have liked it. Don't.
I mean, yeah, Kat Dennings can do anything. I watch her new show, Shifting Gears.
Well, don't admit that.
It's funny.
Wow,
what's wrong with that?
I would have.
I like Kat Dennings.
Liked to see her hold the
Two
hammer.
girls.
I would like Kat to hold the hammer.
But is she worthy? Are we worthy? Do you think you'd be worthy, Josh?
I don't know about me.
Spoiler: no, you're not.
How could you possibly
for Josh
know
or for
this,
me?
Tim?
I think either way the answer is no.
I know. The answer is always no.
I feel ganged up on.
I mean, it's no for me too.
Matt was talking about for himself. Yeah.
But what if I am true to myself and to my honor? What if I am as pure as Littlefoot from like the fucking Land Before Time, and you don't know it?
First of all, pure and true to yourself are two different things. Just because you're true to yourself doesn't mean you're a pure person. Okay.
But what if I'm both? I said
let's
both.
Put that. Then you live in fake world, and that's where animation musicals or musicals.
That's not a
animation.
place. You just made that up.
Exactly. It's not a place where you're pure as the white snow. Yeah, you and Snow White. I don't think so.
So Kat Dennings.
I'm not saying I could lift it. That's all I'm saying. I'm with you.
I think I could.
Sorry, Kat Dennings is amazing.
One of the most arrogant things I've ever heard. There's like 3 people in the entire MCU universe who can hold this thing.
Okay, Natalie Portman can do it. Why can't I?
Because Natalie Portman is pure. I knew.
I said, what if I'm pure?
I didn't know. I know a guy. Well, you said what if? We said is. That's different. I know a guy who said everyone was like deciding what Marvel character were. He said he was Thor. I started laughing. I told him he was the guy who got caught playing Galacta. and the shield thing. I was like, that's who you are, motherfucker.
That's who most of us are, to be probably.
Yeah. I'm like, I know who I am in the MCU. I'll tell you right now who I am in the MCU. I'm the dude with the drinks trying to run away from everyone getting destroyed. I'm a random guy. I ain't a fucking hero.
Tim, don't belittle yourself.
I ain't picking up no hammer.
I believe in you, which is why I'm pure enough to hold Mjolnir.
Mew. I like that guy.
Okay, that did make me laugh. And then my wife was like, and when she said that, my wife was like, what's it called? And I said, Mjolnir. And she's like, Mjolnir? And I said, yeah. And she goes, I thought she just called it Mew Mew. And I said, yeah, that's the joke. She's saying it wrong.
Yeah, because none of us will say it right. You look at that spelling, there's a J in there?
MJ is just a
spell.
It's an outrageous start to a word. Those 2 letters back to back.
Mjolnir.
Nordic,
So I like the scene where all the rednecks are trying to lift Mjolnir.
So good.
Stan Lee has the cameo trying to drive the truck, trying to lift it out. That was a fun scene.
Guy who finished chugging the beer, walking up to it. Oh my god, it's that scene is so good.
How it became an event, it's great. I love the guys flipping hot dogs and shit. Yeah. I was like, that's the truest thing that happened in this movie. Hell yeah.
Now, I didn't remember that Loki was a frost giant. Does that ever come up again?
Later in the movie?
Because I had totally forgot.
But
no, after this movie, no.
Maybe he references it offhand at some point, but I don't think it ever becomes an actual important point or even fact of anything.
Because he turns blue for a minute. How come he can turn blue now and not later?
Well, it was because of remember when Ray Stevenson get grabbed and it like freezes his arm. He's like, "Don't let him touch you," and then with Loki, it just kind of turns it. It was just a way to say, "Hey, he's actually a frost giant."
I like your science, Matt. I can see you've thought this out.
That's why he brought me on.
So I like the joke when Thor walks into the pet store and he just screams like, I need a horse. And they're like, we just have cats and dogs. And he's like, give me one of those that I can ride. I like the joke. That's all I had to say about that.
No, the best joke was the coffee and he smashes it. No. He goes, another. Because how many times after this have we done that? No. Yeah, this is the best.
That was a bad joke.
What are you talking about?
I think the best thing they did though was they didn't overplay that. Like they could have just rifled through like 5, 6, or 7 of those this guy doesn't know what he's
right.
the world he's in now. They hit a few. I think they're all good, and then they just kind of let it go. But they could have really overdone it very easily.
But shouldn't he have known more of the culture, since they even referenced the fact that, like, when they went to the Frost Giant world, they're like, this isn't like going to Midgard where the humans, you throw all lightning and whatever. Like, so shouldn't he have been more understanding of our world?
I took it as they've gone there to kind of just mess around and be like, hey, we're your gods, worship us.
Yeah.
But it didn't seem
like bang the ladies, you know what I'm saying?
No, they're not Greek gods. They're Norse gods. That's different. That's Zeus.
important distinction.
Yes. Now, like the God of War show. Oh, I don't want to talk about him. We already went off the rails with other things. Anyway, so yes, if you're enjoying this podcast, please hit the like button and share it with your friends.
Nobody is enjoying this podcast.
Josh,
Tim, shut up.
Thank you for the encouragement, Josh. Always a great host.
All right, hold on. Look at the scene where let's talk about this scene where
sure,
Thor is rushing the base to find Mjolnir, where S.H.I.E.L.D. has set up the base.
Let's talk about
He has no
scene.
powers, but he's kind of fighting his way in. Agent Coulson says, like, we need somebody up high with a gun. And then it cuts to a hand reaching for a rifle. Then it goes to the crossbow. And this is our introduction to Hawkeye. A very minimal introduction.
Yeah.
I think I had read he was supposed to have a bigger part in this movie. Following this, he was supposed to kind of be a little recurring. But this ends up being the last we see of him, I think, until we get to Avengers. So we got the only two original Avengers, who don't have their own solo movies, have officially been introduced, because we get Scarlett Johansson as Black Widow in Iron Man 2 last week. We get Hawkeye this week. And then next week we get Captain America, and then that's the whole team, baby. That's everybody. We're almost there.
Dude, that moment, though, when he grabs the bow, I remember sitting there and be like, don't fucking tease. I was like, oh, fuck, it is. It better fucking be.
Did you think it was Robin Hood?
And then, well, either that or
that redheaded girl from that Disney Pixar movie who
Marita.
From Brave?
Brave, yeah.
Matilda? Not Matilda. Miranda?
Merida. I don't know how it's pronounced.
Merida. It's Merida.
Marika.
Oh, man, when he grabbed that fucking thing and he was like, Clint, is like, Barton, stand down or whatever. I was like, oh, my God, it's fucking Hawkeye.
He did the thing. He got the bow. He did the thing.
He said, dude.
But that was a good scene.
Rage and boner.
That was like an actual good like, I'm heightened. I'm enjoying myself.
And then remember when we all thought the big black guy that he fights at the end, who's like kicking his ass, we all were like, oh, that's going to be Luke Cage. It's just, I'm telling you, it's Luke Cage. There's no reason why you would fight a big black dude, and it's not Luke Cage. It wasn't Luke Cage. It wasn't.
There are other big black dudes in this world.
That's the first time I've heard that theory.
Yeah, I hadn't thought of that at all. Really? I think you're alone on this.
Oh, yeah. Nope, wasn't that? Definitely not. Look it up. Go to the message boards. Chat AOL back in the day.
But Thor gets to the hammer. Yeah. He gets to Mew Mew. Tries to pick it up. He's not fucking worthy, bro. He can't do it. What? That's his hammer. What? What's going on? What?
Can you do what one more time?
Yeah. Little Keanu Reeves?
Yeah. So my daughter, she was watching this with me, and she was like, is he not going to be able to have the hammer till the end of the movie? She's gonna be annoyed. She's like, he needs to have his hammer and do his shit. And I was like, well, he gotta wait till he's worthy. Then he'll do his shit later. You gotta wait.
Like, the whole point of the movie is him rediscovering that he's worthy. So
he has to find himself. You wouldn't understand.
Which is really funny, because then he gets caught, and then Loki shows up in his mirror vision, whatever, and tells him some lies that like everyone's dead and they all hate him. And then like they come, and Elder Skarsgård takes him, and they just like let him go. They even know that he's falsifying documents. And
he's just like, he's a doctor.
They're like, we're just gonna let him go.
He's with me.
But you got the reference to the doctor's name, right? You know what that is in the comics?
I do. Why don't you tell me what you think it means?
It's his alter ego. So in the comics, Thor was a doctor. It was like David Blake or something like that. And then when he would tap his like stick or an umbrella, I don't know if it was an umbrella, I forgot exactly what it was, he would transform into Mighty Thor. Mm-hmm. So he was almost like how Bruce Banner would transform into Hulk. This mild-mannered guy would transform into Thor, which they kind of allude to later in, I think, Ragnarok when he talks to... Was it Ragnarok when he talks to Doctor Strange? Or some of that. But when him and Loki are in the city, he like transforms into like his Thor gear. So that's what that guy... That's what that name was referenced
Exactly.
to. Yes. Happy to help.
No, I'm just glad...
But either way, they just let him leave. Like they're just like, we're top secret of an organization. This guy came in, kicked the shit out of everybody. We are interrogating him, and we're just gonna let him go.
I know. Okay, Agent Coulson,
and then we'll just watch him.
Maybe is not good at his job because he's just like, what kind of doctor is he? Oh, okay. He just beat up our men. How did he beat up our men? Oh, okay. He can go. Like you all have guns. Yeah. This is Stellan Skarsgård.
I think it speaks to. I think they're trying to say Coulson is good at his job because he knows it's more valuable to let Thor or Donald, whoever he thinks he is, go and see what happens. If they just keep him locked up in the facility, then nothing. He's just going to stay locked up. But there's something about him. Yeah. I think they're trying to say that Coulson has a sixth sense for this kind of thing, that he's knowing that hey, something could be, if not special or different about this guy. Let's see what happens.
Hold up. Wait a minute. You talking about special and different? Like them fucking eyebrows. How we 50 minutes in and we ain't talked about the bleached eyebrows? I talked about them in my opening. The hell was going on with this? What did they think they was doing?
I like that in a Reddit Ask Me Anything, Kevin Feige was like, yeah, that was a bad decision to bleach his eyebrows.
Nobody liked it. They just get rid of it. They just change immediately. Like, okay, no more. It looks so bad. That was another thing. My daughter was like, did they color his eyebrows and his beard? And I was like, yeah. And then she's like, is that a wig he's wearing? And I'm like, yeah, it's all, none of it looks good. None of that holds up.
No.
Whatsoever.
No, none of it looks good. Which is the better decision, to just be like, fuck it. We're just pretending it didn't happen.
Ugly Sonic it. Be like, okay, we tried it. They didn't like it. Moving on.
Sometimes bullying works.
It's better for the MCU.
Thor's flying is also weird. When he does get the hammer and he flies, it looks weird to me, and I don't like it.
That's how he's supposed to fly. He actually throws the hammer.
I get it. It looks weird.
Just saying. Why does it look weird?
Because it fucking looks goofy. Another joke that I did CGI. Like, though, and it's such a quick joke. It's such a quick, throwaway joke. When he flies, into a tornado at one point, which was weird. But when he comes back down and he's talking to Coulson, Agent Coulson, and he's like, son of Cole. Yep. And then just immediately goes on. Humorous.
That's a funny one.
Humorous.
I like
nice witty Nordic joke there.
Yeah, it took me a minute.
I like when...
It was like a 2-second delay, and then I was like...
When I learned that in school, that Erickson literally was son of Eric, my mind was blown.
Oh my God.
Whenever that was, 7th grade social studies or whatever it was, it's like, oh, that makes complete sense. I never would have gotten there on
because that's why he's Thor Odin's son, right?
Do you think if you just changed your last name to Sherson, you could convince Cher that she was your mom?
Probably not.
So quick. Probably not. Nope.
I mean, I'll give you the probably not.
So you're telling me there's a chance?
I like when his buddies show up and the agents that are watching Thor is like, yeah, I'm going to call it saying, I got Xena, Jackie Chan, and Robin Hood walking up. I was like, that's hilarious.
And they bang on the door. We found you.
Yeah. Right.
The Warriors 3.
The final showdown. The final showdown goes back to fucking Asgard, and I don't like that.
Well, no, you don't. We already heard about your Asgard rant.
So we didn't talk about the Destroyer comes to Earth. Thor gets worthy because he's trying to help people. Yeah. He's like, get out of here. Jane, leave. Save the people. And then he can wield Mjolnir, and he fucking has on a suit, and Jane's like, oh, God, he looks so hot. And then he just flies, and she's like, oh, my God, fuck. And then he flies up in the tornado.
Is Natalie Portman on this podcast right now?
Exactly. Right?
That was perfect.
I don't like her being in my ears right now.
No, but I keep calling her, leaving those impressions on her voicemail, and I think she thinks I'm doing a good job. I think she approves.
Well, I want to say something.
What do you want to say?
If Idris Elba Heimdall can see everything, the dude's like a galactic peeping Tom, right? Does he just know everything? None secrets?
Is your question, does he watch you in your alone time?
No. I'm just, everything that everyone does. He just goes, he could just be like, hey, he did it. Hey, that person's going to do something stupid. Hey, Loki's always been an asshole. I fucking see him doing all kinds of shit. And he hears people too. They're all yelling at him to open the fucking Bifrost as he's frozen. Open it. So it's like he could see and hear everything.
I think so.
There's nothing that gets past them except for obviously when Loki does his magical tricks. But he would still know that Loki.
I think it's part of the MCU stuff. There's some pieces you just have to just not think too much about.
Let it go. I think way too much about it, and I don't like it.
So when the final showdown goes back to fucking Asgard, where I don't want to be, they have to destroy the Bifrost to protect Earth, and Thor's like, I'm sorry, Jane. I said I'd come see you, but I have to hammer the fucking Mario Road, and I won't be able to visit you with a Mario Kart. And then Odin wakes up from his fucking nap and saves Thor, and then like Loki drops, and we never see him again. Like they're dangling, and he just drops, and he's gone forever, quote unquote.
Until the
watching this credits. Back now, these big things of goodbye, father, and he just drops. Like we know this dude is around for 20 more fucking years. He's good to go. Now I will admit that I also might have been drinking while watching this, because in my notes I wrote post-credit scene dash. And did not write what happened. I remember it somewhat. I remember seeing people, and there was like a blue cube, I think.
The Tesseract?
Okay, Tim, take over the post-credit.
So you have Elder Skarsgård. He's walking in some labyrinth.
Exactly.
And then he meets Nick Fury, who dresses not Nick Fury ever.
But he's a stylish
He's in like
man.
A normal suit. He's still stylish, but he's not in his like classic trench coat and everything. He's like business casual Nick Fury.
Maybe he was going to church.
Maybe. So then he talks. He's like, I thought you were gonna kill me, and he kind of doesn't say anything. And then so Skarsgård's like, so what do you need? And Fury's like, well, I got this like power that could change everything, and blah blah. Opens up this case, and instead of it being gold like in Pulp Fiction, it's blue, and there's a cube. And then you see Loki in the reflection who says some things, and then Skarsgård says the same thing. Says whisper like, let's fucking... He says, I like it when Heimdall watches. And that was kind of weird.
Woo!
But Fury, we know, is also a freak. That's how he got the one eye. You know what I mean? So he's DTF. But then, obviously we find out later that Skarsgård's under Loki's spell. So... I guess that's
God damn it, you're right. I remember that. And I was like, fuck. Stellan Skarsgård is Loki? Like, what the fuck? Is that the next movie? It's just Stellan Skarsgård with like Loki inside him?
Oh, and then at the end of this one, they actually say Thor will return in Avengers.
I did bring that up.
Oh, love that. Love
that becomes a thing that happens still to this day. They do the last Thor movie was like Thor will return. At the end of Guardians of the Galaxy 3, Star-Lord will return. Like they tease it.
I mean, they would do that going back to James Bond, and they would announce they would say the next movie title. I live for that.
That's what I'm saying. Yeah, that's a Bond thing.
I think the MCU coined this, guys. I think you guys are a little out of line on this one. Because I'll tell you,
I think you should slam your head into a desk.
I've seen a few Bond films in my day. They all starred Daniel Craig. That's all I've seen.
You haven't seen any other Bond?
I don't want to.
You didn't see GoldenEye? At least GoldenEye? That's your era of Bond.
I played it on 64.
And you never saw the movie?
No.
How are you hosting this show?
By talking into my microphone, Timothy.
He got you there.
That's also fair. I mean, that's touche. Anyway.
You guys ready to go to the little segment that we call Letterbox Times?
Yes, sir.
This is the part of the show where we give our final thoughts. Say anything that was deep down in our hearts or our loins that we haven't said yet, and give our score of the movie, and then we look and see what the people of Letterboxd think. Matt, as our guest, as a self-proclaimed lover of Thor, you are Thor's lover, give us your final thoughts and your Letterboxd score of Thor.
All right. First, one thing we skipped over was Selvig and Thor's chugging contest at the bar. Like,
yes.
The most quintessential guys thing ever. They start drinking, they eye each other, and they both just drinking more. Then they go back to Jane's place. We drank, we fought. He made his ancestors proud. Incredible. I don't believe you're the god of thunder, but you should be. Great stuff. But overall...
Wait, here's a quick question.
No, yeah.
Does Skarsgård ever come back? Do we see him again?
Yeah.
Yes.
Okay, because I don't remember Thor
Avengers.
2. Is that where he comes back? Where do we see him again?
Thor
Avengers.
2, Avengers.
All right, redact that. Keep going.
This is my as much as I love Thor Ragnarok, but this is my favorite version of Thor the character. I think at least in phase 1, this is why the movie works for me, is the personal story, not so much the larger scope or all the action. A lot of this is not action driven. The middle chunk is basically all Thor's journey from going from literally a god to being stripped of everything, having nothing, learning what it means to be courageous. We'll go back to the tagline, even though it's not really the right thing. But
Courage is immortal.
There we go. Just learning what it is to what being a king and a leader actually means, and becoming worthy in however you want to take that meaning, but whether internally or by those around you and those you love and care for. His hero's journey, redemption arc, however you want to phrase it. I think it's better than Iron Man. I think it's the best, at least in phase 1, of a guy truly by his own choices. Like Tony Stark, yeah, he was a weapons manufacturer, but he had a life. He was rich, he was famous, he had all that. Thor literally just by being arrogant destroyed his own life by his own actions, then had to take it on himself to build himself back up. And Josh is furious with me right now.
So fun.
And I'll own it if you disagree. It worked. It just works for me. It works for me. The whole story from Thor's fall to eventual rise again. It worked for me back in 2011. It works for me now. 4 stars.
Okay. All right. I have thoughts. But before I get to...
Do you want me to go, Josh? Or do you want to
Before I get to my thoughts, Timbo, show me your thoughts.
Well, glad you asked, Josh.
I'm asking.
I never thought you would. And I said I'm glad. Thank you. I gave you your props. Ugh. We're fighting. I'm sorry, Matt. You had to see that. Anyway, I definitely will admit that I love this movie more when I first saw it than this rewatch currently. I just found it so much more cheesy. I don't remember being so cheesy when I watched it the very first time in theaters. And the Dutch fucking angles really kept taking me out of it. It was so much of I just kept tweaking a little bit every time I saw one.
They were too intense, too intentional.
They were too intense because they were too oh man, especially when Natalie Portman was looking at him at the end when he was transforming. It was so fucking stupid. But I do agree with Matt. I do think that his arc is a pretty good arc in the aspect of having to try to find himself, figure out who he is, kind of giving up the life that he had to be here with these people and never really thinking he was going to get it back. I did feel, you feel bad for him when he's trying to lift it and he can't. I think they did a good job of us having that emotional toll for him. You're like, oh man, that's so sad.
I dig it.
But I'm glad that the Thor character got better over time and wasn't
all
still
the way up
as
to the
cheesy
4th where he was the best.
Anyway, I just there's some things I think they said it, but I don't really understand why Loki really wanted to destroy the ice giants, even though he could have been like, Father, I will kill Odin for you, but he still wanted to kill him. Have some ice. I'm looking at my notes, and then it is kind of funny that all this started because of family squabbles, because of them two, they couldn't get along, and then Loki tricked Thor into going over there, and a lot of people died. A lot of ice giants died, and innocent people in that town in New Mexico. They all died because Odin couldn't keep control of his two fucking kids.
To be fair, Jotunheim looks like an absolute garbage place to live.
Yeah, I know. And I was looking at him. I was like, yo, if they had kids, where are the ladies? What do they look like?
The same, I think.
Some big. Oh well. Anyway, so my, I think I would have gave it a higher score, but obviously
what's the score, Tim?
Seeing what Thor becomes, now I'm a solid 3. I like it. I don't think it's bad. It's definitely one of the better Thor movies. But this elder Tim will say, Tim, son of Jones, will say 3 out of 5.
Okay. I hear you, Timbo. I hear you. I'm logging in what you said right here. So I clearly do not think that this is the best arc or redemption story or anything of Phase 1. In fact, I think Iron Man is probably the best. I think Captain America, which we will be getting to next week, granted I haven't seen it in a while, so we'll see, but I remember it being better. This one just feels far more generic to me. Entitled heir to the throne who has to learn that there's more to just the power and the easy money and power and everything that comes with his title and all this. Okay, I've seen all that before. I've seen I don't know how to drink coffee. I'm smashing a cup. Why are you sad at me for smashing a cup? I've seen all these things. I fucking have seen Asgard on fucking Nintendo 64, fucking stupid ass PS1 looking graphics pissing me off, looking like fucking Wizard of Oz 1932 on acid bullshit. I don't like it. I don't want to be there. It makes me sad. When we are in Asgard, I feel sad because I feel like my life is wrong in that moment. In that moment, my life is in the wrong place, and I feel like I should be somewhere else. When we're on Earth, I'm okay. I have Kat Dennings. I love Kat Dennings. I love Natalie Portman. I like seeing Hawkeye. When we're on Earth, I'm good. Even though it's cheesy, he makes a joke. He wants a horse from a pet store. You can't walk into a pet store and buy a horse. We know this. He doesn't. And that's the joke. He thinks you can. It's a good joke. So all in all, where I am on Thor, is this okay? I'm a 3 out of 5. I'm with Tim. There's a lot I don't like.
After all that.
Apparently. After all that, I was not expecting a 3.
There's a lot I don't like, but the parts I don't like primarily belong in Asgard. And we have a lot of time on Earth. And the stuff on Earth, a lot of it, like Tim said, it's cheesy. But it's a fun. I enjoy myself on Earth, at least.
Sure.
Even when I'm like, that's silly. I'm like, oh, that's silly. But I like it. It's one of those. So I'm having fun. Let's see what the people of Letterboxd think. This movie currently has an average score on Letterboxd of 2.8 out of 5. Ooh. That is out of 1.4 million ratings. The most common rating is a 3 out of 5. So it is one of the more mixed. Not necessarily bad. Most people give it a 3, which is a positive rating. It's on the positive side. But it is a mixed start. That being said, I enjoyed talking about it. I enjoyed watching it. Like, I'm not mad I watched it. I'm happy. I'm not happy when I'm in Asgard, but outside of that, I'm happy. Timbo, why don't you close us out, big boy?
You got it, Josh. Man, that was a very funny drunk tirade. Before we leave, Matt, thank you so much for coming on, buddy. Where can people find you and follow you and do listen to all the fun stuff you have to say?
It's at Matt Hambidge anywhere, Twitter, Instagram, Letterboxd. You can find me writing a few reviews for Fandom Wire with Josh here, and I'll be back on the binge whenever you want me.
Yeah, my man. That's what I'd love to hear. Well, thank you, everybody. Hope you enjoyed watching us talk about Thor. What are your fun moments from Thor? Do you think the scores are right? Do you agree with us? Do you agree with Matt? Do you agree with the people from Letterboxd, which gave it even a worse score? I can't even believe that. But if you do, please do anything. If you do anything, please like, share, comment, subscribe, do all the things that you're told to do on every other sort of YouTube channel. It very much helps us growing. We are a growing podcast, and we love to grow with you, just like Josh grows his beard. Lovely, sexy, and on his face.
And are you horny for
that
Thor?
Being said, answer in the comments below. That being said, thank you, everybody, and have a wonderful night. See you next time for fucking
Captain America.
Captain America. Captain America, first Avenger. Sorry, I could not
catch you on that flippity flop.
Captain America, the first ever.